Hello. Oh, excuse me. Hello, all. I'm gonna do a just very casual oil pastel chat live discussion. Oh, excuse me. And just kind of reintroduce myself to oil pastels. It's been a little while. I used to do them a lot. And one of the problems I had was I need to have things that I can easily hang. But I did some things for that too. Anyway, back to oil pastels. There are a couple of past videos on my channel concerning things that I've done. This is the result of one where I showed 12 different techniques you can do. And then there's another one where, and I don't want you to leave, just, I'll be here. Don't leave yet. And then there's another one that I did where I compared brands, and I'll just go over this really fast so that if you don't want to go pull out that video, you don't need to. This one, this is light pressure, where you just, scrumbling, where you just, yeah. This is blended out with an object, where you take a Q-tip or your finger with the paper towel and you kind of blend it out. Sgraffito, where you like scrape into it, and this one I scraped out these letters. The whole thing was done in purple, dark purple, and then I wrote the word in there with the yellow. This is a stencil I made, oil pastel over watercolor, and then it was blended with a solvent. This is one where I just did heavy pressure. My nails look terrible. Sorry, I digress. Heavy pressure, where I just really smushed it in there. I really like doing that. I like that and the impasto. Just really getting in there and just getting it juicy and, you know. Stippling is just where you put dots. Again, that was in the impasto, where you do it really just juicy and, yeah, mix your colors together. This was mixed with a palette knife. I didn't really care for that too much. Transfer or print, where you color like a piece of wax paper or something, turn it over, and then you can write whatever you want and it'll transfer. And then this is oil pastel on acrylic, and the page that I put the acrylic on was also gessoed. But I really liked how these colors just popped. So that was cool. So that might be something I do again. Anyway, that's the gist of that one. There's a whole video going through what I did on it. This notebook is primarily, I think it's all oil pastel. There's one that is my favorite. These have wax paper over them, so these are just very basic ones. I was just going to see if I could find there's one of donuts that I really like. I did like 30 days or something like that. Yeah, there it is. I really like this donut. It just looks very, yeah, textured and just, And see, I did that all the way back in 23, so it's been a couple of years since I really used pastels, the oil pastels. There is a big difference between oil pastel and soft pastels, so make sure you, if you go to buy some, and you have to excuse me, I'm going to have to turn every once in a while because I have a whole pile of stuff over here. This is where I compared brands. There's 2 pages here, so I'm just trying to... this is a Paul Rubens. I put macaroon, but I know that's not what those are. Macarons are more pastel-y. Mungio Gallery, Sit in the Air. I love Sit in the Air. But they're also, when I did this, which again was probably back in 23, so the prices are different, but a set of 48 at this time was $78.02, which isn't that bad because of the quality, but yeah. The Mungio Gallery, I think I liked it the best. I was very impressed with the quality, and at the time it was $42.80 for 72, and it comes in this nice wood box. I don't think it's that much more now, but see, it comes in this nice box, and remember, I've used these a lot. And that's how large the set looks. It's a nice little set. If you can, for the price, I'm sure it is. This is $48. And that reminds me, while I'm looking at these, the Frugal Crafter, who we all love, but I don't want to, I felt icky about using her link as my own affiliate. But she put up a video, or I'm sorry, not a video, she put up a post yesterday that had a bunch of items that were good bargains. Let me pull it back up again. She had a link for some oil pastels that were by the same maker as these, I believe. But they were much better price. I felt icky about putting her link, or putting my own affiliate link, so I'm just going to send you to her. This is what the post looks like, but if you go down a little bit, there's oil it's Mungio. 48. Okay, this has 72, but 48 oil pastels. It's the same price as the 24 set, but it's under a different brand. A lot of times manufacturers in China will manufacture things and then offer them to different companies, or so this is by the same manufacturer as these, but this was 48 set, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's $13.85. So if you're wanting to get some oil pastels, I would definitely check this out. I trust the Frugal Crafter. She does her research, and so I think these would be worth trying if you're wanting some new pastels for $13.85. And if you're a Prime member, there's no shipping. And if you're like me, you won't have any trouble finding a few more art things to put in there for free shipping. Or I don't know how much shipping is. It doesn't say. But anyway, good bargain if you want to go over to the Frugal Crafter and check it out. I choose you, Pikachu. For those that are watching the rewatch, I have people in chat that are asking questions and things. Hey, Lila, how are you doing? Cami, I choose you, Pikachu. I just finally put together the stickers and cover for my May journal, And we'll print them after the journal labels later. I've got you on while I prep for bed. Oh, good deal, Lila. She already bought some from Frugal Crafter's link. Cami. It's $47 in Canada. Oh. But still, I bet that's still less than the other brands, I would assume. And before tariffs it hit the US, I mean, before long, it's probably going to be that much here, if not more. But Mungio, great brand. I have a whole stack of oil pastels over here. Let's see. What else did I do? Another good one was the Paul Rubens. I use them a lot. And I have not looked to see how much they are, but when you look at this set, you'll see how much I use them. Usually I use this one with that box set. But yeah, they've been used a lot. I don't know how much these are. When they first came out, they were really inexpensive. I will look right now so that we can see. Paul Rubens. Yeah, or Pastels. And this is a 48 set. Okay. Okay, you can get a 72 set. Oh no, never mind. Forget I said that. Okay, what I'm seeing is, this is the same one. I can, yeah, by the cover. They're shaped, they're bullet shaped is what they call it, which is like the Sennelier. I've worn off all the bullet points. Maybe I shouldn't be saying that word on YouTube. Maybe they'll block it. They're $34.99 for 48, which is this set. That's before shipping, of course. While I'm looking at these, let me look at the Sennelier oil pastels and see how much they are. Oh my. You can buy really large sets of theirs that are hundreds of dollars. Individuals. I bought a smaller set and I'm not seeing them. Let me see if maybe they're hidden underneath there. Yeah, here's one. 24-piece set. Oh, that's with the drawers. We don't need the drawers. I'm not seeing any of the smaller sets. I may just not be seeing them. But that was a 22-piece set. And they come with the drawers, and that shows it at $99. Sennelier, where did you go? Whoops. Whatever you do, don't fall. This is the ones that I got. 24 set. I don't see them. These, if I could afford to, I would have these. Just nothing but these. They're not showing it in anything except for with the drawers. And I don't remember what I paid for it. But you can buy it with this. Oh no, there it is. This is a different set of colors, but it's I got the portrait set because I did a lot of portraits. Just the general variety is $62.49 for one of these for 24. If you've got the money to invest in them, I strongly suggest you go ahead and just get some Sennelier, because they're really soft. I mean, look how much I use that. Let's see. Monte Marte. Has a 120 pack for $50. I did these on the review thingy. What did I say back then? Because remember too, this might be 2 years old. And they may have even changed the formulas. But this is just something to go by. Oh, I don't even have them on here. But these are the softer hues. These are the macaroon hues. I haven't even touched them. Well, I have here and there. I have lots of pastels though. That is not indicative of whether they are good or not. Let's see. I've never used that brand, but you can't always trust those. I think they're at least decent, especially if you don't know if you're going to use them or not. Remember though, this is a light set, so let me see how they feel, because I haven't. They're really soft, so they would be blendable. I like the feel of them. Let me compare them to the high price set. I don't think I have one exactly the same color, but we'll go with this. Is the Sennelier, and Sennelier is softer, but I like that. I like these myself. I think if I were, I like getting them really mushy. And kind of, and to remember, I work from hard pastels to soft pastels. If archivalness is also an issue. I'm assuming these are archival, but I have not done a color swatch, you know, like light testing. And you know, I'm not seeing anything that says archivalness. They might say it on their... website or their... I'm going to wind up with the whole big stack over here. Now you have me really tempted to buy the 120 pack, even though the only attention my 12 pack has had in 25 years is when I took them out to help somebody on Discord figure out what they're called. The thing that I am worried about, and I'm not encouraging hoarding supplies, but because these are made in China, and if you think you're going to use them, I myself would go ahead and get the larger pack. but I tend to do okay with these sets. The biggest set, that's there. Ah, crud. Yeah, you heard that. I think this is the biggest set I have. I don't even know how many is in here. Oh, 48. That's not that many. But it comes in a nice hard box. Paul Rubens ones I really like, obviously. You can tell by the... I have bought some individual... Oh, I left that out. I have bought some individual ones, the Sennelier, to replace. Not all of them can you buy individual ones. So you might look at that too. Because if you run out of a color... Are you going to be willing to buy the whole set? Or do you want to buy just, you know, 1 or 2 sticks? Mungio has, this says it has open stock. Oh, I think that says Amazon. There it is. Another thing, if you shop at Hobby Lobby, and I have feelings about that, but that's your decision. They do have Master's Touch, which is really good. I want to say what, I don't remember which manufacturer it is the same as. It might be Paul Rubens, but don't quote me on that. I've heard Frugal Crafter talk about it, but yeah, I have feelings about that. What else do I have? I have all kinds of stuff. I might have to clean up my studio when I get done. I dumped my Pastels all over the floor. So I'm just going to grab a handful of them. We all know what these are. These are the ones that you can buy at Walmart, Dollar General, whatnot. They're very easily available. A lot of people will buy these and there's a puppy hair. And they think these are what oil pastels are. And they're hard and they're crumbly and they don't, I just don't like them. But what I do like to use them for is like the quick sketch underneath, because these won't smear much. So if you want to use, you know, like a light color and you can't see that, and sketch out, you know, your object, and then come back in with your top color and shade it in, instead of using a pencil, which can show through oil pastel. Man, I made a mess! Another one, I did not want to buy a whole set because I had the Sennelier and I really liked them. And I don't think I have these on the testing swatches. This Holbein has some. And I didn't want to buy a whole set, so I just bought some individual sticks. They come in these cool little box things. But they're really soft. They're not as soft as Sennelier. This is Holbein. But they're comparable price. They're pretty expensive. That's why I only have 3. I wish I had done research on which ones were made in the U.S. The problem is, even if they're made in the U.S., the pigment might be coming from somewhere else. Lila says she got some big oil pastel baby, and they're nice, gorgeous color selections. I've never heard of those. I got some of the Hawaiians, which are a nice harder one, similar to Crepos Expressionistic. Sounds like you have some video ideas to build on, then with testing. No, I want to create. But you're right. Karen Dash, I did put these on here, but they are not really the same oil pastels as these because they're water soluble. Also, the pintail has an odor. It smells sort of like gasoline or petroleum. I don't know. Yeah. The only problem is if I get all this information up to date, I'll have to order new sets to make sure the formulas are the same. And I don't make anything on YouTube yet. It has to be, I'm waiting for it to be fully monetized and all that good stuff. Let's move all this stuff over here. I'll just flip through these real quick. Oop. Come here. Oh, that's it. Book. Here's another one. It's a gallery by Mungio. They're harder. They're, if I remember correct, yeah. They are like, I would equate them to a better grade of pintail. But here's where I smeared it some with the red. But these are inexpensive. These are good ones, I think. I have grandchildren that are into art. This is a set of 50. You can see the sticks are much smaller than the others. But I have grandchildren that are into art. And that's not the gallery. This is, I think I bought these off of oh, what is that? Oh, the cheap seller. And they were labeled that way, but that's not what they are. They're not Mungio Gallery. So just be, in my opinion, Mungio Gallery are better. These are just a small set. You can buy these if you don't want to buy the individual sticks. You can get them in smaller sets, but there's no, depending on what color you need to replace it. Or you can always just get a bigger set of like the, what was it, Mungio Gallery or Paul Rubens, and then get the replacement color in one that does have. You can see I use that a lot. I use these a lot, again, for like drawing underneath. I'm not going to go through all these. These were awful. These were mediocre. You can see I haven't used them. These are more like, to me, they were more like, if I remember correctly, more like something I would give a small child. These are the Master's Touch. These are the ones that I started with before I became socially conscious. And put that way. But these were, I got these for with like a 40% off coupon. And as you can see, at the time they were $39.99. So I got them for what, $25? But that's up to whether you want to shop there or not. Little set of Older Than Dirt. Okay. Let's see. Big oil pastel seemed to be a small business. Oh, well, that's interesting. It's called Big Oil Pastel. I'm all for small business. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, aren't these cool shaped? They're like squares. They're like cubes. I assume they're fairly large sets. Worldwide shipping available. What was I getting ready to do? Oh, catalog. This is just big oil pastel. Oh, you said baby. So does that mean they were smaller? Yeah, it's 1/8 of the size oil pastel. Okay, there's a. Well, that's interesting. I was not familiar with these. How big of a set did you get? I want to try them. Hey, big oil pastel, if you're watching this, maybe I should tag a minute. Say, hey, I'll do a review. Here's one, just to give you an idea. A 10 set is $28, not counting shipping. But that's really interesting. Thank you for mentioning that, because I was not familiar with them. About Us. Osaka City has exceeded the population of Tokyo. As an art supply shop that was established in, and I'm going to butcher it, Shinsaibashi back in 1920. Kawachi Art Supplies Shop debuted in 2017 as a new brand. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna need to find out more about them. I want to try them. That was adorable. The Older Than Dirt sort. I got 3 of the small sets, Lila says. So are you happy with them? Shipping was like $35, so they're not cheap, but they got here in not even a full 48 hours, so they won't melt. Awesome. Yeah, that's a good point. If you're getting these, I would get them soon before it starts getting warmer. I haven't had any trouble with them arriving. I've ordered them in summer. Not that brand, but other stuff. Let's see. This is my notes. Books. Oh, also, let me grab something real quick. That's my chair making that noise, by the way. This is the Fixative. This is the, at the time, I think this was the only one that was specifically made for oil pastel. It's Sennelier put it out. Well, obviously. It's like $22 a can or so. I did some tests on this too, and but anyway, this is available too. If you're wanting something to protect it, I've been putting just like wax paper in between the pages. But I did a test, and I could not find the test where I took a canvas and I gessoed it, sprayed some of them with this, and then went over half of those with like a matte medium to see if there was something that I could actually physically hang on the wall without a frame. But I do remember this made a difference. So there's that. Sure, just like how last week it was the puppers making that noise. Mwah. They're silky and soft, but not quite like Sennelier. I had to take a drink there. I went through my books and I found a few things. I thought I had more. I really did. And I Googled last night artists that just use oil pastel. And there are some amazing artists out there. These were not on YouTube. This was just a regular old Google search. So if you're looking for inspiration that way, I would definitely go that direction. If you're a beginner, I liked this book. You see this everywhere. I have to be careful because there might be nudity in here. This was put out nope. This is actually in 1990. I don't know if they've come out with a new edition, but I looked just before I got on here. This one you can get at thrift books. You can get, there's one left for $10.69. And if unless they've changed it, it might be $15 now. But I think if you order $10, it might be $15 now. You get free shipping. It takes a little while to get to you, but you can find great bargains there. It's supposed to be in very good condition. Amazon was $26.95 for the same book. So if you're wanting to get one of these, this is, like I said, this is great for a beginner that's just like, do I want to do it? Do I? It's like how to fix mistakes. It's not like a workshop of like, you know, this is how I started and this is how it goes through all the like mixing colors, value. Yeah, this is a good one. But the work is, it's, I think I liked that one. The work was not my taste. But yeah, it goes through how to set up your studio. I might need to look at this again because I needs to. But my favorite one. Da-da! The skies parted and the angels sang. I got this one at Thrift Books. You can see it right there. This one is a lot older. Well, yeah, this says 2002 and the other one said 1990. So This one I liked a lot more. If you're more serious, or if you've got some experience, this was wonderful. This, again, is very dated, as I like to show by her hairstyle. But it goes through, see, a lot of it's, but it has a lot more tips and tricks and things. Shows you how they were made. I thought this one had a lot more techniques in it, and yeah, like how to get skin tones. Woo! Making a wash, using solvent, using a brush. Just anyway, I thought this had, oh, and it did have water soluble listed in here. I just saw that. Yeah, using it with acrylic, using it, oh that's paint. With water soluble paint. Sorry, so I misspoke. Again, I like this one better. It had more information than the other one. And right now you can get it at thrift books. Again, there's one copy, and it's $9.99. At Amazon, it is $29.31 for this one. So if you run to thrift books, you can get this one and the other one for like $20. And no shipping, I believe, at thrift books. Let's see. I found that in my library. It's my favorite art book. That one is really popular. What did I do with it? Where did you go? Oh, there it is. That one, I assume, because I know this one's really popular. I like this one. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Another one I got that I don't have any idea how much it is, but this looks like it's more how I do it, with like making it mushy. And also, if you see this thing, this is great if you want to go do plein air with your oil pastels. You can put your paper on like pieces of foam core or something, and then slide those in there and keep a bunch of them safe so they don't smear. But the thing is, you can build one of these. I've got one I made out of cardboard that works well. Let's see, I mean, look at that. But I think these are pastels, if I remember correctly. A lot of times when you'll look up things for oil pastel, soft pastels will come up. You know, the ones without oil. I'll put it that way because I don't like the word chalk. Okay, what else do I got? I think that's it. Oh, the other one. Oh, cool. Good deal. Usually libraries will have the other one because it's more readily available. Very cool. I think that's all I had notes on. I just sit here and gab for 45 minutes. Does anybody have any questions or anything? I do like to work on stiffer paper. Again, that's 23. poncho. That was a live demo from a reference photo. The poncho. Oh, if you want to, like, I like to like scratch into it too. I have one of these tools. It's like actually like a ceramic tool, but you can also go. I got this at Walmart. I don't even know what this is at Walmart for, but I think it was like in the sewing section. But anyway, I use this and to like scrape into it. You can make detailed lines. That's one of my favorite ones. That was part of that was in oils. What's that doing in this notebook? This was part of a, what is it called? Is it called Painting a Day or something like that on Instagram? There's this guy that posts a reference photo every day, and that's what. These all fell out the other day of this book, so that was a plein air one I did in the back. I like this one. This was a Sanzane. He's a Kansan artist, but he's internationally known. He's, of course, passed away, but of course, because, yeah. I bet that's what, no? What are your thoughts on doing some, that's another one of those work a day. What's your thought on doing, I don't like this one, on doing some charcoal drawing too? What I'm thinking of is like Wednesdays being, I like that one. I like the very muted colors in it. I love Sargent drawings. There's my pencil sharpener. Again, these were done back in 23. So I need to come up with a consistent signature on these too, because I noticed some of them had my maiden name, some of them had my first name. If you do more demos in plein air, I would love to see how you choose what colors for underpaintings or shadows and stuff. I don't get that venturous. I know I've seen some beautiful work where they've done like the underpainting in like hot pink, and then that color pops through. I need to try some more of those. I haven't done a whole lot. Ew. This was acrylic with no gesso. That's kind of cool. Demo for drawing portraits. Oh, these were when I was playing. This is a Sandy Hester study of her, study of the Sandy Hester. And in here you can see where I scraped it, the details of the limbs. Scratched it. I don't like that one either. I need to have merch made that says takes a lot of bad art to get to the good art. These were all just really quick, trying to get back into it. Yeah, these were like in last year, last summer. That's interesting. Just trying to get back into. Notice I'm not showing all these. This was a study I did from somebody that was on Instagram. Gordon Harris Gallery. It's Some Mary Cassatt study. No gesso. Gesso made a world of difference. Chicken. Another person on Instagram. Kimmer Smith. I'm not going to go through all these because I know you all have better things to do. But this looks like most of this was just getting back into it. I love doing swatches. Yeah, it gets me kind of warmed up and ready to do stuff. Helps me get a feel for it. I like charcoal too, and I think it might help you with whiter audience. Yeah, yeah. I'm torn. I don't know why I'm torn. I have a oil painting on my easel over here that I've had there for probably 6 months. And it's a really big one. And well, big for me right now. And I haven't been able to finish it. And I don't know how to set up. I haven't taken the time to learn how to set up the camera correctly so I can record it, but I can't really afford to take time away from recording if I want to hit my 4,000. Does that make sense? I don't know where I'm going with that, but I need to figure out a balance between mediums, I guess is where I'm going. This is just some notes I took on. This is a Sargent. Oh, I know what this is. I went and I took a Museum of Modern Art class on Coursera. Is that how you pronounce it? On abstract art. Again, I was trying to figure out what I was doing. This is back in 22. So this has nothing to do with oil pastel. But here's some... Oh, I wish I could take that one out. I did a Pollock. Oh my gosh, it took forever for this to dry. Yeah, there's one of the demos I did of Salmon Rusty over here on that side. This is a Reinhardt. You can't see it on the camera, but the blacks are different colors. There's like, yeah, that was kind of fun to do. Sandy Hester again. Sargent, again, I did it in acrylic instead of... This was apparently a lot of studies. Ooh, that was an oil pastel without anything over it. Anyway, let me know what you want to see, because I want to do what you need. This was just a lot of swatching. And trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. It's from 22 and April of 23. So this is like 2 years ago. Let me grab something really quick, just because I want to see it. This might help me with ideas too for videos. It says ideas. What I did was I took Portrait Society, their conference one year, and these are the notes I took on it. Man, that was back in 2020. But there's a lot of notes in here. And there's palette colors that different artists used in history. Swatches. I love him. I didn't paint that, by the way. That's a I think it's David Kaysen. Yeah. But anyway, I have this notebook full of notes. It's just kind of cool to look at. I'm wondering what this means. It says gesso, oil pastel, fixative, Gamar varnish. And then the fixative is just sitting on the air. I don't know if that was from when I did that. I need to finish filling this out. I need to do, and I'd like to do it on this channel. Oh, these were some anatomy images I tore out of a A&P book. I think my daughter might have had it. But anyway, if you have something, if you come across something, I've been watching other artists' videos for inspiration. I do think we need to do oil pastels. You like charcoal too? Maybe I could just do like a tester. And I'm not looking for you guys to tell me what to do. I guess it just helps me digest what I want to do. Does that make sense? Maybe we could do like a drawing, like a head study drawing, or I really need to do better with my hands. So I thought about doing a hand series or a hand video. That would be a good lift one of those out. That would be a good charcoal one. Everybody has trouble with hands. Charcoal drawing, hands, and a head study. I should do both. At least both. You do want to do oil pastel. You do want to do plein air underpaintings. You want to see what I do for different colors. See, doing research on this will help me fill up this notebook. And I love doing research. Underpainting colors, variety. See, what I think what would be really cool is if we had one spot to do plein air, and I did like the underpainting in acrylic, like in that one swatch where the color was really vivid, and then go over the acrylic with the oil pastel. Right now, it's not too hot here to do it either. I did a video a couple of years ago too where my pastels were melting, and it was my heat index was 115, and it's gonna outside, but I was inside, but it's gonna take a long while to get to that point. Being April, well, I say that, and watch, tomorrow's gonna be 100 degrees. Okay, you all helped me a lot, kind of think through this. Oil pastel steps. I should break. I know I should step demo, because I do like an under drawing as demo with reference photo. I could keep doing oil painting live streams of me just oil painting and reach my 4,000 hours by doing them right here on this desk. But I don't feel like that's serving you, and it's not challenging to me. So I need to change it up a little bit so that I'm more inspired to get in here. And I have ADHD, so I need to change it up. Options. But I want to know that it's things that you're interested in, and not just wildly. I do have a complete setup to do plein air, and I have not done it in a while. I'm very much a homebody, but I live in an area where I could go lots of places. I'm thinking, because I need to do a test run of the plein air, just like in the yard or something. If you hear something in the background, it's my dishwasher. Okay, I think that does everything. Oh, see, I work from lean to fat. So I don't usually have that problem of the softer pastel. I like it when it starts getting kind of mushy like that on that top layer. If it gets to be too much pastel on there, you can always scrape it off with a palette knife, or well, a palette knife will work. If you don't have a palette knife, you could probably use the edge of a butter knife, you know, the smooth edge, of course, and you just scrape it off. You can just like that, and then put whatever you need on top of there. I don't have it. Yeah, I do. But see, see the difference. These are just Pentel. These aren't anything. But it gives you an idea of you being able to build up a little bit if you scrape it off. I tend to use the Sennelier last for that reason. I love Sennelier. Somebody hit up Sennelier and say, hey, she needs some oil pastels. Because I don't have enough oil pastels. But yeah, I'll start with the hard ones. I go from hard to soft. And then if the soft gets too much, yeah, if you can scrape it off. Or you can try doing a layer of fixative of this on top of it and letting this sit. If you let your oil pastels kind of sit overnight and settle, they will get a little bit drier, and they won't smear quite as much. It's like they cure, sort of. But I would spray it with this and then maybe leave it overnight if possible, or even just a few hours. And this stuff stinks to high heaven. Do this outside, please. Yeah. And I don't know how much better this works than just regular fixative. I need to do that test too. I'm writing this down. Versus regular on oil pastel. That beeping was my dishwasher telling me it's done. But if nobody has any other questions, insights, observations, I'm going to have to go look now at thrift books and see if somebody snatched up those books, because that's a bargain. I have been known to do plein air in my car too, especially with oil pastels, because I can kind of lay them out on the seat. And one problem I have too is I can't remember. I know some of these I had Poncho, the ones that I did the plein air, but he will not sit in the car and just do nothing. He gets bored, he whines, he gets in my face. He does not like to sit there. So I have to do it when I can leave him at home. He's got separation anxiety. Anyway, I'm thinking aloud. Ignore me. Okay, if nobody has any other questions, I am going to go live in the morning. There's one that I did, a painting that I did of Zelensky, that I want to work more on. I'm not happy, now that some time has passed, I'm not happy with how some of it looks. So I'm going to redo the background, and I'm going to work more on the face texture in oil paint. I know that if I say, okay, I'm going to do oil pastels on Wednesday, there's going to be somebody that says, I can't be there Wednesdays. You have to do it on Saturdays, or you have to do it on... So I'm just going to pick a day that works, and that will be like the pastel day. The same thing with charcoal. Drawing is always a good thing for me to be doing, and I have not been doing enough of it. But I do need to make sure that I leave time, that I get larger pieces done, if that makes sense. I have started doing shorts, and that's helping on visitors, but it's not helping on watch hours. Shorts don't count towards your 4,000 hours. So if nobody has any questions or anything, I'm gonna let you go. This lasted just over an hour, so this is perfect time. And I know I kind of bounced around on things. Welcome to my brain. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you got something out of it, because I know I did. And I will possibly see you all tomorrow morning if you join me for that oil painting session. If you want to watch just oil pastel, be watching the post, the community section on the channel, and I'll have kind of a schedule set up tentatively to get it started. It's all written in pencil. So, all right, thanks for being here. I appreciate it, you guys, you gals, you people. And I hope you take care, be safe. And if you have any questions or insights, just feel free to leave it in the comments to this or on the community section or wherever you, whatever works for you, where I will see it and we'll see what we can do. All right, thank you all. I'm looking. I don't think I set music. Oh, I did set music. Can you hear my music very loud? Or wherever you... Nope. Okay.